So, all right. So that's Gizmo. And thank you, husband, for helping. So, all right. So a couple more things that I want to share with you is that if you notice, Gizmo, again, he has an internal bone structure. He also has a backbone. Okay, so he is a member of Chordata, which are animals with backbones, or a vertebrate. Okay, so that's where phylum Chordata is. Okay, 97% of all the animals, though, are actually invertebrates. Okay, that would be because there's a lot of insects and stuff like that. Now, another way to classify animals is how they regulate their body temperature, either endothermic, which means that they generate body heat internally through their metabolism. That's what Gizmo does. That's what all birds and mammals do. Okay, as you can see, he does have hair to help regulate his temperature and to keep the heat in. Okay, and most invertebrates are ectothermic, which means that they, whatever their temperature is, it is that of the environment. Okay, so they don't have internal mechanisms to regulate their temperature. Okay. Endothermic, another word for that is warm-blooded, and another word for ectothermic is cold-blooded. And if they need to really escape extreme temperatures, sometimes they'll go into a torpor or a hibernation-like state. Okay, so thank you. And yeah, he's buttering me up. He's buttering him up. All right. Good boy. There you go. Thank you, Gizmo. There you go. And thank you, husband. You're welcome. All right. Okay, moving on, the structures in animals. Okay, so basically, if you want to break it down to the most simplest way to explain what an animal is animals are just basically tubes with some type of symmetry. Okay, the body plan begins when the egg has been fertilized as a zygote. It will divide to form a hollow ball called a blastula, which is this thing right here. Okay, and as the zygote continues to develop, the cell walls will move into the inside through a hole called a blastopore. And when that happens, you will have germ layers developing as a result. Okay, and depending on the type of animal it is, it will have no germ layers, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the three typical layers are the endoderm, which is the innermost layer, the mesoderm, which is the middle layer, and then the ectoderm, which is the outer layer. Okay, and the endoderm forms the digestive tract. The mesoderm will form the muscle and the circulatory systems and other systems, and then the ectoderm will form the outer layer, skin or an exoskeleton or something like that. Okay. Also, what will happen is that some animals, mainly bilaterally symmetrical animals, will have their sensory organs in their mouth on one side and concentrated in one area, and that's called cephalization. Cephalo meaning head. So usually the sensory organs are in the head region. Okay. The anus, where the animal expels waste from its food, is on the opposite end of the body away from the mouth. Okay. And that would tend to make sense. You don't want the mouth and the anus to be in the same area because that could create a lot of, well, that wouldn't work. Not for animals. Okay, how do animals reproduce? Well, they either have external fertilization, in which fish and other animals that live in the water will release their egg and sperm into the water, and the sperm will externally fertilize the eggs. Okay, internal fertilization is where the sperm will travel into the female's body to fertilize the eggs there. Okay, and again, just depending on which one happens, depends on the animal you're talking about. Okay, there are 3 different types of development of the fertilized egg. Okay. And there are 3 examples that we're going to be talking about. Oviviparous means that animal will lay an egg. Okay. And, these will develop outside the mother's body, but within an egg. Okay. So that would be like your reptiles and your birds. Okay. Birds and most fishes and amphibians are oviparous, and some reptiles. Okay. If they are oviviparous, okay, they will develop inside the mom's body without being connected to the mom's body. Okay. Some fish and amphibians develop this way. Okay. And if they draw nutrients directly from the mother's body through a placenta or other means, then that is called viviparous. That means that they will give birth to live young usually. Okay. So that's reproduction. All right. Animals respond to certain environmental conditions, and that process is called behavior. Okay. They will change their behaviors based on how the sun and the night comes, throughout the seasons and stuff like that. And that's called circadian rhythm. We all have it, even humans. It's probably being thrown off a little right now because we're not used to waking up early. We're probably sleeping in and staying up late, and that could be throwing our circadian rhythms off. Personally speaking, I'm trying to have somewhat of a normal sleep-wake schedule, even though I am staying home. And they say that actually it's healthier is not to sleep in too much because it is better for your body. Okay. Learned behaviors are, they learn the behavior. We can teach them. So you may not be able to see this, but we'll see. So I've got my cat treats here, and I have taught Gizmo that when he hears the shaking of them, he's going to get a treat. So we'll see if it works. Gizmo. We'll see if this works. Gizzy. Gizzy. Oh. Well, let's see if we can do this. Oh, we got one. Hold on. Come on. We got Hearth. Come on, Hearth. Come on, Hearth. You want a treat? Okay. I'll take him over. He may not be ready to jump up yet. Come on. So here's Hearth. But he also knows, and he's purring. So he knows that when the thing shakes, there he gets a treat. And that is a learned behavior. When he hears that sound, he gets food. Okay? Sort of like a lot of behavior, like a dinner bell or something, if you will. Okay? Oh, and there's the other one. I'm going to be overwhelmed with cats soon. So here's the other one. Let's see if we can bring him over. This is Cobble. Oh, it dropped. Ah! Okay. All right. Let's back that up a bit. Sorry. Oh, no. Okay, here you go. Hey, there you go. No, stay off the laptop, please. No, stay off the laptop. Get to that in a minute. There we go. All right. So that's a learned behavior, as you guys could see. They've learned that when the jar rattles, they are going to get a treat. And these guys have not learned yet that they can't just jump up. So we're going to be working on that in the next few weeks as well.